In the quiet little village of Rockland, surrounded by fields and forests, lived a humble farmer named Sam. He shared a modest home with his wife Rebecca, their young son Johnny, and their daughter Eva. Though poor in wealth, their hearts were rich with love and unity. Sam worked tirelessly every day in the fields to earn a living and feed his family. From sunrise to sunset, he toiled under the harsh sun, never once complaining. Life was difficult, but they managed with what little they had. Sam was the only breadwinner in the family, and they all depended on his strength and dedication. One fateful day, as Sam worked under the hot sun, he suddenly felt dizzy. Before he could steady himself, he collapsed on the ground. He had lost consciousness and injured himself badly. A nearby villager found him and helped bring him home. When he awoke, the pain was unbearable. The doctor said that he needed complete rest, but even after several days, Sam showed little improvement. He could no longer walk without assistance, and this plunged the family into crisis. With Sam unable to work, the family quickly fell into hardship. Their savings were minimal, and soon they had barely any food left. One evening, Rebecca looked at her children's tired, hungry faces and then at her husband, who sat quietly with a worried expression. "Dear," she said gently, "I've been thinking. I should find some work. We cannot go on like this. The children need to eat and we have nothing left." Sam looked down in shame. "This is all because of me. If I hadn't gotten hurt, you wouldn't have to suffer like this. The kids wouldn't be going to bed hungry." Rebecca shook her head. "Don't say that. You didn't choose to fall ill. You've done everything for this family. Now it's my turn. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll find work as a maid. Many families in the town need help with household chores. I'll start tomorrow." With determination in her heart, Rebecca set out the next day to find work. She walked to the nearby neighborhood, knocked on a door, and a well-dressed woman opened it. "Good morning," Rebecca said politely. "My name is Rebecca. I live around the corner. I'm looking for work. Cleaning, laundry, cooking, anything." The woman studied her for a moment. "I need someone to clean and do the laundry. I can pay you $1,000 a month. No more." Rebecca smiled. "That's perfectly fine. I will come at the same time every day. You won't be disappointed." From that day forward, Rebecca began working at multiple homes, doing whatever jobs were offered. She worked long hours and earned a small income, around $60 a month. It wasn't much, but it was enough to buy basic necessities. Often, the family she worked for would discard leftover food. Rebecca, with gratitude and care, would collect the food, take it home, filter out the inedible parts, and serve the rest to her children. What others threw away, her family treated as a blessing. Over time, Rebecca became known for her honesty and dedication. Her employers were pleased with her work, especially a kind woman named Emily, who always treated Rebecca with more kindness than the others. One day, Emily said, "Rebecca, we have quite a bit of leftover food from yesterday. Would you like to take it with you?" "Yes, ma'am." "Thank you very much," Rebecca replied. She carefully packed the food in a container, placed it in her bag, and hurried home. That evening, the children's faces lit up with joy when they saw the food. "Mother, this is delicious," they exclaimed, eating happily. As the days went by, Rebecca continued to bring leftover food from Emily's house. It became a daily ritual, a quiet act of survival and care. Then came the rainy season. One morning, Rebecca was delayed by heavy rain. When she finally reached work, soaked to the skin, most of the mistresses scolded her harshly, except Emily. "You're drenched, Rebecca. Are you feeling unwell? You can take the day off," Emily said with concern. Rebecca smiled weakly. "Ma'am, the poor cannot afford the luxury of rest. If I don't work, we don't eat." Touched by her dedication, Emily silently observed Rebecca over the next few days. Curious about her family, she asked one morning, "Rebecca, tell me about your home." But Rebecca hesitated. "Everything's fine, ma'am. I manage," she replied, unwilling to burden Emily with her troubles. Back at home, Sam was gradually recovering. He could now sit upright and talk to the children, often entertaining them with stories and words of encouragement. Though he still couldn't work, his presence lifted their spirits. One particularly stormy day, Rebecca had no umbrella. She ran through the rain, trying to shield herself as best as she could. By the time she reached Emily's house, she was soaked and shivering. "Rebecca, you'll fall sick like this," Emily said. "Please wear my shawl so you don't catch cold." Rebecca shook her head. "Thank you, ma'am, but I'll be fine. I appreciate your kindness." After she finished her chores, Emily handed her an envelope and a package. "Here's your salary. And this," she said, "is a gift." Rebecca opened the package to find warm food and a brand new umbrella. Tears welled up in her eyes. "This is too generous. I can't accept all this." Emily smiled. "The umbrella is a gift and the food is for your children. Please take it." That day, Rebecca returned home with her heart full. Her children were hungry and waiting anxiously. "Mother, you're finally here," they cried. "Look," Rebecca said, pulling out the food. "Your favorite." From outside the window, Emily quietly watched the scene. She saw the joy on the children's faces and the warmth in Sam's eyes. Her heart ached. Without a word, she entered the small home. Rebecca turned, surprised. "Ma'am? You're here?" Emily looked around and sat beside her. "Rebecca, why didn't you ever tell me about your situation? I thought we were friends." "I didn't want to make you sad, ma'am. I never wanted pity." Emily gently held her hand. "You're not alone anymore. From now on I'll help. Your husband will receive proper medical treatment, and your children will go to school. You have my word." Overwhelmed, Rebecca's voice trembled. "You are a great soul. You cared for me like a sister." Emily embraced her warmly. "That's because you are my sister now." From that day on, Emily supported Rebecca and her family. Sam received treatment at a reputable hospital and eventually recovered. He found light work in the village and life slowly returned to normal. The children began attending school, and Rebecca never had to worry about skipping meals again. The kindness of one person had changed their world.